Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about the stigmas about going to therapy and that sort of thing. So I'm just going to jump right on into it. And personally, I have gone to therapy, um, both as a child and as an adult, and for a short period of time when I was a child. But for like an adult going to therapy, if I can get the words out correctly, I've gone to therapy. I started, I think, around 2014, like September of 2014 ish. I started going to therapy. I had found the right therapist for me who would accept my insurance and all of that. And I started seeing her once a week. Um, and that was steady once a week for about a year. And then I started going like once every other week for like 6 months. She's still my therapist now. I just haven't seen her in a little while just because um, things were getting a little bit better for a period of time now where I didn't need to see her on a regular basis. Right now, it's just kind of like I go as I need to kind of thing. And I've noticed um, a lot of like things with therapy where people kind of think once they find out that you go to therapy that you must have like a lot of problems. You're really messed up in your head and things like that. And I can't speak for everybody because I'm not in everybody else's shoes, but I can speak for myself. And for me, it's I've gone to help deal with things from my past, things from when I was a child, things that have happened recently in like relationships, ex-boyfriends, things that I've dealt with my health issues, things like that, that I needed help, working through that I could not do on my own. I wanted an objective, like third party kind of person to kind of give me insight as to maybe why, I think the way that I do, I act the way I do, just trying to have somebody help me work through a lot of stuff. And getting people that say, oh, well, you must be really screwed up if you're going to therapy. Well, that's not the case. It's like I go because people, not everybody, but a lot of people tend to view me because I am disabled. I have a nerve disease, and I've gotten a lot in the past with like the last job that I had. People wanted to view me as being lazy and they just wanted to like stereotype me. And I've had a lot of people try to stereotype me as like this, fat, lazy person. Um, I'm just, using my nerve disease as like a way of getting attention, a way of getting out of doing things. And it just like was a big burden for me, like having all of that sit on my shoulders. And I needed a way of like working through that. And having depression because of already being in a lot of pain at a young age, and then having people like that, not just like one generation of like younger people or older people. It's everybody of all ages wanted to just make little remarks thinking like, oh, this can't be that bad, of like, oh, well, you should do this, or you should do that, or you should try this, or whatever excuse or reason that they wanted to throw at me. It was just, it sat like on my shoulders, and I needed a way of like coping with it, I guess, of working through it so that it didn't just keep piling on my shoulders for me to like hold in. And it's not because I'm crazy or I've got like all these problems or whatever. It's just, I needed somebody to help me work through all of what I was going through mentally, physically, emotionally. I won't go into a lot of detail, but there was like a lot of anger problems, not problems, but like things that made me feel like really angry from, the past, and just like a lot of things like that I needed to work on and through, and I needed help understanding, because it's not always like an obvious, like, oh, I'm angry because, like of whatever. It's needing somebody to help me understand maybe why I was feeling the way that I was, that, like I had, like I felt sad because of this, but why did that make me feel sad, that sort of thing. And she has really helped me. My therapist has helped me through a lot of stuff. And right now, I don't feel like necessarily the need to go, but I'm not saying that I would never go again just because she has helped me a lot. And for those of you that think, like you should feel ashamed or hide the fact that you go to therapy or you need therapy or you're not sure how to go about it, my thing is if you have insurance, try to find somebody that you feel comfortable with, even if that's just talking to them on the phone or emailing them or even just sitting with them for a few minutes face to face. Because I think, at least where I live, um, they will at least talk to you on the phone and just kind of get a gist of like what you want. Because not every therapist does the same thing. They don't cover like the same problems, if you will. So they'll be happy to point you in like the right direction of, in your area, who to talk to and all of that, and just feel comfortable with the person that you want to go see. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing that you should feel like, oh, like I can't do this on my own, so I must be stupid or horrible or whatever. It's not that. They do, they're in that line of work to help people that need it. And you shouldn't feel like weird or awkward or uncomfortable for needing therapy. I mean, the first time or two that I went was really uncomfortable and awkward just because here's a stranger that I've never met before and I'm telling them really personal things. And it just over time got really easy for me to be able to sit there and talk to her about whatever was going on in my life. And the first time or two that I sat there crying in front of her, I felt totally awkward about it. But she assured me that it's normal. If whatever you're going through and you need to cry, cry. It's just, don't feel awkward about it, because, that's what she's there for. And the other thing I wanted to touch base on is like, they don't, I don't want people to think like, oh, well, the problems that I have are so unique that, I don't want to look weird or stupid in front of them. Therapists, I'm sure, have seen and heard of like just about everything. So don't feel awkward about going to them. If you are having thoughts of like harming yourself, or if it's something in the past that you used to cut or something, definitely I would suggest finding somebody to talk to, somebody that you feel safe with, and they will help you. They will make you feel safe, and they're not going to go tell everybody, oh, look at this person has this problem or whatever. That's not, they don't do that. um so that's just kind of like what I wanted to talk about, is just like the stigmas and stuff of therapy. It's nothing to be ashamed of. More people than you think go to therapy. So that's all for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you have any comments or questions, definitely leave them down in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up, And definitely subscribe and hit that little bell icon and be notified of every time that I make a video. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!